Yeah, look, it's a really important part of what we're doing up here this weekend. It's a jumper that's been designed by Jake Need's community, and it's off the emu, with 22 emus on the jumper, which represents our whole team. And it's the emu is a totem of their community, and for them it represents fast and furious and about family. And that's what we want to be as Port Adelaide. We want to do all those things well. So hopefully we can bring that jumper out this weekend and do it really proud.
And since your arrival, what have the boys been doing out and about?
Oh, look, they've had an opportunity to have a good look around. We got here yesterday, so they've had a chance to have a look around. They've had lunch a couple of times. We've actually spent some time out in the community just now having a look around at some facilities, because we're thinking and planning towards having some sort of a training camp up here in the summer. And we've just been around through the Northern Territory AIS and had a look through it and seen the facilities. We think it's going to give us an opportunity to come up here and have a bigger presence up here in the Central Corridor, which is one that we really want to embrace.
Okay, and the big one, why did you bring Cam back for this game?
Cam Hitchcock?
Yes.
Oh, look, we think obviously we're playing the game at night and he'll give us much needed speed that we like in the side. We've got Jake also back in the side, so they're both together. Will hopefully create a lot of pressure on the Bulldogs and give us some opportunities to score some ground ball goals, because we think the ball perhaps spend a fair bit of time on the ground.
And Ken, you've lost 4 in a row now. I mean, how hard is it? Snapping losing streaks are difficult, but I guess how the boys responded this week on the track?
Look, I can't question them. They've been really good even through the last 4 weeks. Look, in all those games, we've been in the contest. We haven't felt like we've not applied ourselves really well. We've played some sides that were just a little bit stronger than us for the whole game. We know our first quarters caused us some problems, but our second, third and fourth quarters have been really strong. So we just got to go about doing what we have to do, and that's play the football that we know we can play, and that'll hopefully get us back on the winning track.
And do you think the Darwin games come at a good time? I mean, a lot of clubs like to come up here away from the pressures of down south. Do you feel a bit of relief that you can go out there and really concentrate on anything?
No, not so much get away from the pressure. We enjoy the pressure, but we love getting up here in the community. It's been a game that Port Adelaide have been involved with now for a number of years, and we love being up in a part of this community, as I said, and we hopefully bring some joy up here with the way we come and play our game of football, and more importantly, we'd like to come away with a win.
And speaking of joy, it's a big game for the NT boys. Tommy Logan, who's fought his way back into the side, and also Jake, who's playing in front of the Territory for the first time. So we really look to them to give the side a bit of added spark this week. Yeah,
look, I'm sure they'll both want to do really well. I mean, especially Jake, as we talked about with the jumper and everything else. He'll, we give him a rest last week to have him at his freshest, hopefully, for this game. And Tommy the same. Look, they'll just come in and play their role, which is important for the team. But hopefully, they'll have a really positive impact on the game, and that they can show their family members that they're enjoying their time in Port Adelaide.
How important is the connection with Port and the Indigenous community here in the Territory?
Look, we've had a really strong connection with the Indigenous community for a long time at Port Adelaide, and we embrace that, we love it, and we just want to make sure that we continue to grow that. We've got a great understanding of some of it, we've got more to learn, but being a part of this and a part of the community here is really important for us.
Is that part of the idea of having the motif to enhance that connection?
There's no doubt we want to enhance we want to represent this part of Australia, the Central Corridor, really well, and we want to make this part of our home.
When the conditions up here are a little bit different to down south, do you change the way that you play? Is there anything that you do differently?
No, look, similar things will be there. Structure and the stuff that we want to do, the contest will be still very similar. There'll be perhaps a little bit more ground ball stuff, as we talked about, but we're not quite sure how that's going to be and how it's going to play out, because sometimes it can be more than it is, and other times it can just turn out to be a really solid, strong game of football. We know both teams are up here are desperate to get a win, and the Bulldogs got a win last week, and they'll be really keen to try and do that again. We're really keen to do the same thing ourselves. So the football will be hard, it'll be strong, and it'll be a fast game of football.
How important is your record up here in terms of this game?
Well, I suppose the record is the past. There's not much we can do about it. I mean, it happens every week in footy, doesn't it? Your records get broke, they change, the winning streaks all change, and for us, to me, it means zero as far as what's gone on in the past. I'd like to talk about today and tomorrow night, and know that we're going to come up here and represent ourselves well and give ourselves the best chance to get a win this week.
But obviously you'd like to see the record from the start of the season as opposed to the record you've had of late.
We'd like to get back on the winning list, there's no doubt about that.
Thanks, Kenny.